Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Kirsten Hunter, clinical psychologist of 20 years, and I'm here to talk through a psychology area with you. I have written these books, 6 signposts for living books that cover the expanse of clinical areas. Literally, everything I could think of is in these books, which is pretty cool, all the psychology knowledge over to the public, which is what I'm all about. And this is one of those areas that's covered. So, when you have a loved one who is depressed, how do you help them? And obviously this information relates to you yourself if you're in that depressed state yourself. So in the last recording I talked about how depression is very much feeling helpless, feeling hopeless, and really having that behavioural deactivation. So you're just all the energy's down the sink. So we take that in mind when we think about the framework for how to approach someone with depression. So first of all, routine is incredibly helpful. It's behavioural activation. It's the opposite of depression. So routine is what we don't feel like doing when we have depression typically. We want to just stay in bed. We want to oversleep. We can't be bothered getting up and showering. We can't be bothered with nutritious food, all those things. When you walk into someone's house, you can often tell they're depressed. When the opposite obviously is what's really helpful. Having children is a very strong protective factor if you have depression, because with children you have to get up, you have to have a shower and be presentable to go out into the world to take the kids to school. You have to have food in the fridge, you have to cook meals, you have to do the washing, all of these things, and they actually are really good protective factors to get us moving, to get out of that dark hole that we're in, which is depression. So if you have a loved one, trying to create a bit of routine is a very good thing. Gently, don't badger them. They're going to be very delicate. Gently, if you can encourage them to have a time that they wake up and get out of bed. Have a routine where they get up and have a shower at that point. Put on clothes. Have a sense of what do you want to achieve today. Not overwhelming tasks because they've got low energy, but small tasks so that they get that sense of achievement. Really, really important. Get them outside if you can. Vitamin D, moving their body. When we're depressed, we want to curl up under a tree, under a rock. We want to disappear from the world. People are too much work. And I'm not saying you should throw them into a social situation necessarily, but definitely being out in the world rather than being in our own dark burrow is a very good thing. Secondly, it's people who are depressed have got a very negative mindset, obviously, so they're catastrophizing. Small issue becomes a catastrophe. They're hopeless. They don't have a sense it's going to get better, and they don't think they can help at the situation. So trying to get them to talk. Obviously, seeing a psychologist is fantastic because a psychologist their job is to be a backboard. It's to draw the person out and say, hey, what's going on in your headspace? What's going on in your world? Let's help you join the dots. Let's increase your insight. Let's give you skills so that you can move forward. Let's problem solve so that you feel like you have the tools and you can turn this around. So psychology is about self-awareness and empowerment. Not everyone can see a psychologist. There might be a massive waiting list. Yeah, true. Cost, proximity. So helping somebody to talk about their problems is the next best thing. And that is if you get them maybe to journal. Journaling is fantastic to get it out of their head. If you have someone who has a mentor type relationship, who has positive mental health themselves and has a can-do attitude, not a pull your socks up, get over it, stoic attitude, which is really not helpful because that just denies depression itself, but someone who can get in the trenches with you, hold your hand, slow it down, and talk and get things moving. Sometimes depression is due to a legitimate, dysfunctional situation that's happening around you, a highly stressed situation, and obviously supporting that person to have a sense of there's going to be something in the future, there's going to be change in the future, what can we do to turn that around is also incredibly helpful. So there you go. It's really important to be patient with someone's depression, which is very difficult because they are so negative they can come across as sabotaging themselves, and that's really, really hard to be alongside them and to keep supporting them. But basically, try to help movement, try to help self-care, try to create a sense of hope, a sense of empowerment. And that's the essence of helping someone with depression. So everyone, if you want to catch me, I have a website where you can jump on, and there's a whole lot of other free resources. So there's podcasts, which is Signposts for Living with Dr. Kirsten Hunter. I've got special guests there and have a good old chat. On the website, KirstenHunterAuthor.com. Yes, KirstenHunterAuthor.com. You can actually buy these books, but they're on all the platforms as well. And there's also Boot Camp, which is pretty cool. You can jump on. There's a free boot camp where we send you 6 different kind of videos over 6 days of videos, basically. Free boot camp. It's pretty cool. Blogs, newsletter, the whole lot. So jump on if you're interested. Facebook, we've got KirstenHunterAuthor.com, and Instagram, KirstenHunterAuthor.com, KirstenHunterAuthor. Twitter, KirstenHunterAU. And here we are. Psych in your car. Jump on if you've got any feedback. That would be great. Take care, everybody. See you.